Roger Rasmussen served in the Special Engineer Detachment at Los Alamos during the Manhattan Project. He recalls waiting in the rain just a few miles from Ground Zero.
Where we stopped, we made tracks to get there. It turned out we stopped overlooking the flattest plane I'd ever seen in my life. It was flat, 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 nothing at all there. And it turned out that we were overlooking directly towards the test site, where we had the greatest view in sight. Night came, and we waited, and it started to rain. And what do you do in the rain? Well, you can go sit on this wooden bench in the back under this canvas cover, which typical of World War II vehicles. And that got pretty hard after a while, so it was that or under the truck. And so we waited all night till about 5 in the morning. And it had been a lightning thunderstorm. We were on the eastern edge of the storm, I think. Lightning and thunder to the west. Sky was beginning to turn light behind us because it was east. But the storm was still to the west, and it was still almost black as pitch, but it was getting light enough to see the ground in front of us. And we received our orders, I guess, by radio. Whoever was in charge of the 8 of us said that they had decided that they would still try to fire the test, despite the weather.
The director of the Manhattan Project was renowned for his self-confidence. Despite the tents flapping in the stormy weather, General Leslie Groves was able to catch a few hours of sleep.
I went right to sleep at Alamogordo when we had about 3 hours or 4 hours to wait on the bombing there. And there the tent ropes were slapping. Apparently they hadn't put up the tents tight, and there was a high wind. Conant and Bush were in the same tent with me, the pyramidal tent. And they said, how on earth could you sleep in that? We noticed you went right to sleep, and we stayed awake. And he said, we don't think we could have gotten to sleep anyway, but with those tent ropes wrapping, how could you stay asleep?